So this should not come as a surprise to anybody. But I wanted to use this video as an opportunity to go over the state of not just the market as a whole, the NHL trade market, but also the NHL media market, the social media market, what we see on TV, what we see on YouTube, things like that. Because, of course, if you're watching this video, it means that you're watching it on YouTube, and you had to click on this video, and part of that is because I titled it in a certain way, or I put a thumbnail in, and etc, 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 right? So, today we are talking about a very normal, and I'm gonna say not even that big of a deal of a scoop, because what we had was a video segment of Pierre LeBrun on Hockey 360 TV. And his video segment, which I will leave a link to in the description, it's 117 long, it goes out there and pretty much just says that several teams, including the Montreal Canadiens, have called the Carolina Hurricanes regarding Martin Necas. And that's it. That is it. There is a bit more talk in the video about the forward at hand and how he's good and he's this and he's that and the Canadiens would like that, but like, you know, we've talked about this so much that I don't think it bears repeating. If you want to see our analysis on Martin Necas, Carolina Hurricanes forward, and the Montreal Canadiens, then literally check out any of the videos in the past few weeks, because we've been beating this topic to death like crazy. And with this in mind, firstly, it is good to acknowledge that, yeah, okay, the Canadiens have called about it, great, but that's not necessarily a big deal, right? Because if you're a GM of an NHL team, you're doing your job by calling other GMs about players that are available. You kind of are irresponsible if you don't check in and you don't see what's up, see what a guy's going for and what another GM wants for their asset, because Martin Necas, as we've been talking about, is a very talented player. He's a 70-point caliber guy who could very well be even more productive if he just got a bigger role. So this is a player that is good. And I'm not blowing anybody's minds by saying that he is good, nor that it's a big deal that the Montreal Canadiens are calling about him. Every other team in the NHL probably should be calling about him if their GMs want to be doing their job right. It's just Pierre LeBrun going out there and talking about this on TV that, yeah, the Habs did make the call, according to his sources. And of course, Pierre LeBrun is one of the main ones of insiders on the mainstream. So I think there's reason to go out there and listen to him than there is to ignore. With that in mind, though, I kind of wanted to veer this video off into a different conversation, because yes, while it is great to talk about Martin Necas and the Canadiens, you know, we've talked about this a lot over the past few weeks, and I wanted to address that individual aspect of this conversation. Because yeah, it is true that we have been making a ton of videos about this, and it is also true that there seems to be a new update every day or so from NHL TV people, NHL insiders, analysts, people on social media, people on the radio. There's a lot of the same conversations getting pushed around there. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, but I do see some people once in a while in the comment section going out there and saying, okay, well, Lego, you made a video about Necas and the Habs like 3 days ago. You made a video about this a week ago. You've made 4 videos about this in the past month. Why do you keep on making videos about them? And I wanted to just clarify some stuff here too, because I get it, you know, there are a few new people here on the channel. We've gained a lot of subscribers over the past few weeks, so I'm very grateful for that. But just in case you didn't get the memo, this channel and what I do sort of emulates a lot of what the mainstream media does. We talk about the same things over and over again because there are new conversations to be had. Sometimes they focus around the exact same topic, but if it's another update or if it's another idea, somebody tosses out a different trade proposal or they make a suggestion that we haven't heard before, then it's like, okay, well, let's make a video about that, because I'm a nerd. An absolute nerd when it comes to this stuff. Dissecting whatever small, intricate changes can be made to trade packages and what happened in the past and how these affect the future, etc., etc. I've said this analogy before over the years, but when I was in my grade 12 senior year of high school, My first full year of making YouTube videos as a hockey YouTuber. Every morning of my grade 12 senior year, I'd always go into the library before class began, sat at the same table, in the same spot, with the same group of 4 or 5 guys every single day. And we'd always just talk about hockey. Hey, you see that new article that came out? You saw that new trade proposal that was posted on sportsnet.ca? Hey, did you hear that radio interview where they talked about this player being bad? All of our conversations, which were some of the best times in the world for me as an individual human being, it just stemmed from repeating and regurgitating what we had heard on the radio or what we read about or what tweets that we had seen about hockey. Oh, did you see that crazy goal that was scored? Oh, you know, the Canucks are supposed to be drafting this prospect, etc., etc. And I wanted to make videos in that kind of a style where it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm just sitting here in my bedroom, but it feels like that library in high school all those years ago, where I'm just talking about whatever it is that I saw on social media, and for some reason, 46,000 people are willing to listen to that. Of course, it's not 46,000 every video, but you get what I mean. So, when it comes to the Necas thing, because we have been getting some comments like, oh yeah, like, this always happens. Why are you making so many videos about Martin Necas and the Habs? Like, you just kind of repeat the same thing over and over again. Yeah, like, of course. I try to make these videos in a way where it's like, if somebody has never seen a Lego Rocks 99 video before, or you're not even too big of a hockey fan, let's say you've never seen a Lego Rocks 99 video, you don't even know what's going on with Montreal, you don't even know who Martin Necas is. Like, you're just a regular, casual fan, and that's totally fine, no discriminating at all. But if you have no idea who the star players in the Carolina Hurricanes are, and you're a Canadiens fan wanting to know why the Canadiens are linked to this guy, then that's kind of why I make my videos in the style that I do. Sure, you could give out that critique where it's like, oh yeah, well, you're not believing in the viewer. You're not trusting the viewer to be smart enough to understand what's really going on here. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's fair, but not everybody is going to be a super die-hard whatever hockey fan who knows everything about every player and knows what they like and value and what they think is going to be a good fit for this team, or whatever other team it is they cheer for. So even though these things do get repetitive once in a while, like, I do think it's okay to go out there and just continue with this formula. Plus, it makes me money, so I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, I know, like, some people think that I'm in this position where I think I'm some grandiose, amazing, like, whatever personality on the internet, but at the end of the day, you know, I try to stay as humble as I can. I know my position here. I'm not bringing you absolutely groundbreaking, mind-blowing analysis. I'm not using game clips. I'm not breaking down what intricate parts of a player's game make his game successful and what differences there are to other players. I'm not smart enough to do that. I'm just a guy regurgitating what it is that I'm seeing, and what I'm seeing today is that Pierre LeBrun confirmed the Montreal Canadiens did call the Hurricanes about Martin Necas, so I wanted to get that off my chest, just kind of go on a little bit of a talk and use this video as the opportunity to do that, because look, with a headline like that, Pierre LeBrun confirming the Habs trade call, yeah, no, that's a pretty big one. So I think this was as good a time as any to go out there and address some of the stuff that we had been talking about, especially now, since it's the end of May, it's going to be June, and a lot of people, a lot of people are going to go out there and be like, yeah, okay, this is going to be a wild off-season. Don't worry, it's only going to be like August, where things are going to be kind of dead. We're going to have some more stuff coming out in September with the rumors and the potential of preseason lineups and everything. That's when things start to get fun again. Because, you know, June is the draft, July is the draft fallout, all the extra stories in between there. August is like the dead month, but we'll get through it. We have every single year. And I don't foresee things to change this time around, but for now, if you're a fan of the Montreal Canadiens and you want to know more about Martin Necas because I did not explain anything about him in this video, then hey, check out any of the other videos. It's all on the channel, and it's all there for your viewing pleasure. But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Montreal Canadiens being confirmed to have called the Hurricanes about Martin Necas in a trade conversation. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.